One of the most expensive lessons you'll ever learn in life is people. Friends, relationships, circles you thought would ride with you forever. Some will cost you money, some will cost you years, some will cost you the version of yourself you'll never get back. And here's the part that stings. Most people aren't meant to go with you to the next level. They were only meant for a chapter, not the whole book. But we get attached, we force it. We lower our standards just to keep the people who were never built to stay. The truth is, loyalty is beautiful, but blind loyalty will destroy you. You can love people and still outgrow them. You can forgive people and still not give them access to you. Because the wrong people in your life don't just waste your time, they will delay your purpose. So learn this now. Protect your energy like it's gold. Be careful who you hand the keys to your peace, because not everyone deserves.
I've been saying this for years, and some people are meant to be in your life for a season. Everyone isn't meant to be around forever. Everyone doesn't come in and out of your life to play the same role. And a lot of people get confused with this preconceived notion that just because someone comes around and is nice to you or convenient to you, or you have a few good times hanging out, you got a lot of things in common, that doesn't necessarily mean that that person is supposed to be around you for the rest of your life. Everything happens for a reason, and that's why we have 4 seasons in a year, and they constantly change. Each summer is not the same as the summer before or the summer after, so that's how you got to think about people in certain situations as you moving through life and navigating through what life throws at you. And the same goes for jobs. Like, some people will work like a dog for a job for 10, 20, 30, 40 years of their life, staying loyal to security, when most of the time security isn't the best option for you moving forward. Sometimes you have to step out on faith and think outside the box. Just because you can go and clock in every day and get a paycheck doesn't necessarily mean that that's where you are supposed to be 5 or 10 years from now. In the same way, those companies evolve and change and hire and fire and adapt. You have to do the same thing if you want to keep moving forward in life. How are you going to progress and get better or do something different or grow if you stuck at the same job doing the same thing with no outlook on the future or what you can or can't be doing moving forward? Now, if you had a job and you working and they are constantly giving you raises or constantly giving you opportunities to get additional training, to move forward to better yourself, then that's different. But if you putting 3 to 5 years somewhere and you really aren't getting raises, or you don't foresee something to where you can move forward or make more money, you need to get on down and do something different and move forward, because life is too short. It is too short. And if you meet anybody that has ever known me, friends or anybody I grew up with, or people that know me now, they will always tell you that I've kept a very small circle and I move to the beat of my own drum. I'm not a follower. I don't hang in crowds. I don't socialize. I don't follow this group or that group, and not saying that that's been the key to some type of success or something. I just understood very, very at a very young age that a lot of company and running behind people don't get you nowhere. Thinking outside of the box and moving solo and creating your own motion is what gets you ahead in life. And people need to understand that.
Loyalty does not mean having poor boundaries. Loyalty, meaning that you're able to stick by somebody through thick and thin. It shows your commitment. It shows your faithfulness to that person, your reliance, your allegiance with that person. But when it becomes the extreme, that's when we have to have a conversation. When you start compromising yourself or your values to show support to someone else, that's when loyalty becomes extreme. This is extremely damaging when loyalty becomes one-sided and you feel like you are endlessly giving yourself to someone. They're taking advantage of you and there is a lack of reciprocation or no reciprocation. This is a concern. Loyalty should never override the need for boundaries, because then it sets you up for mistreatment or being exploited or being taken advantage of. You have to find a balance. You have to strike that balance, because sometimes loyalty, when you compromise.
And I want to piggyback on that. When you are hanging with somebody or dealing with somebody, or they are in your circle, if having a relationship with that person is contingent on you doing stuff that you normally don't do or stuff that you feel uncomfortable doing, you need to reassess that situation in that relationship that you have with that person. That's the first telltale sign right there that you are making a bad mistake and making bad decisions with who you move around with.
Yourself, where you're constantly doing for other people at the expense of your well-being, that can be servitude instead. The boundaries are not made for other people. They're made to protect your mental and emotional and spiritual peace. And that's what it is that you need to be protecting. You can absolutely show that you are reliable. You can show that you're there for a person, that you have duty to that person, that you honor them, that you respect them, absolutely. But it does not have to come at the expense of yourself. Pay attention to people's intentions, because sometimes we're loyal to people who have no intentions of being as loyal to us or loyal to us at all. And you really have to be mindful of that. And that's why I always say interactions always tell, right? We judge people by.
Yeah, that's another thing. Being just like I've been around some people and kind of on the outskirts of some circles, and people just so naive and choose to turn a blind eye to stuff that they know is not good for them, and that's just not a good look at all. That's just being a weak-minded person that's reliant on other people's attention, and it's just not a smart decision at all.
Words and actions. Pay attention to their actions, not just by the things that they say. We need to see those words worked out. What are they showing you? If a person shows that they have low loyalty to you, no loyalty to you, you see that there's no intentions, there's no reciprocation, the reciprocity is low between you and that person, what it is that you two do for each other. If you feel like it is one-sided, there is a disconnect, step back. Because sometimes we are too loyal to people who have no intentions of being loyal to us.
And another thing to hit on, for years, when I'm dealing with anybody, friend, associates, actions carry way more weight than words. I don't care if you can tell me you love me, you want the best for me, blase, blase, but if those actions don't match what you are telling me, that's the first telltale sign. It lets me know right there, okay, you need to be going left and I need to be going right. Just that plain and simple. And another point I want to touch on is these different social groups that are out there. And you may be a person that's wanting to start a business, or has a entrepreneurial spirit or something about you that wants to get out and make something happen. But the people you hang out with the at the bar every weekend, they comfortable just going to work every day, getting a paycheck every week, every other week. They cool with that. So you need to hang around like-minded people, people that have the same concepts, same dreams, and same aspirations as you have. You can't be hanging with a guy that wants to be a drug dealer and then you want to be a guy that start his own business. Like you just can't do it. But let me know what y'all think in the comment. Like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. I appreciate the support. Help me reach 60,000 subscribers. Have a good day.